Welcome back to the Shenanigan YouTube channel. I'm your bearded wonder, Danny. Today we are recording on Lucy. We are going to be doing a motorcycle 101 video. We're going to go over gearing, takeoff, braking, counter steering, and the gyroscopic forces that keep your motorcycle up while you're riding. Should be a fun one. I'm going to try to make this as interesting as possible. So bear with me and let's go for a ride. Alright, so the first things first we have to go over is how to start your motorcycle. If you don't have one, it's easy. You got your key, turn it on. You got your starter button over, or your start switch over here, and your starting over here. On Suzuki's, most of them, you got to pull in the clutch first, all the way, and just turn it on. Then, when you get on a motorcycle, most of your motorcycles have special, it's weird for motorcycles. You have first gear is all the way at the bottom. You have neutral in between first and second, and then the rest of them are up. And then to go down gears, you just push the lever down. That's not hard. You push the clutch, pull your clutch in, down for first, and you slowly let out of the clutch and apply more throttle. It's not hard. Getting off, taking off is the hardest part of a motorcycle. But again, it's slippery right here. Come to a complete stop, slowly let out your clutch, apply more throttle, and then to go through the gear, you pull your clutch in, push the lever up, and it goes to the next gear. You just let your clutch back out, and you're on to the next one. Then you have stopping. Motorcycles have two different brakes. You have your handbrake and you have your foot brake, and that is controlled by your right foot. Your gearing is controlled by your left foot. Your braking is all on the right. Your gearing is all on the left. Pulling your clutch, foot down on the bottom brake, hand on the top brake. Top brake is for the front brake, foot brake is for your rear brake. And then again, clutching, you just slowly let your clutch out until it starts grabbing, and you go. Pull in the clutch, flip it up a gear. That's all done on your left side. Braking's all done on the right side, like I said. Most motorcycles, well, all motorcycles, are what are called straight cut gears. Pretty much, you can shift your gears without using the clutch. You just flip the throttle and flip up at the same time. Today we have to be out looking for rocks on the road because it's raining all weekend, so be careful of that. I mean, when you're out on your motorcycle, there's what's called a gyroscopic force in your wheels. And while your wheels are spinning, your motorcycle wants to stay up. I'm not a scientist, I can't explain it, but when you're up, it's up. You can lean a little bit and it'll go whichever way you lean. But the wheels rotating keep the motorcycle wanting to stay up and stay straight. And then the next thing is we have counter steering, which I'll put a picture up for a lot of these things. I probably already put it up for the gearing. I'll put it up for the braking. But your counter steering, when you want to go this way, go to your right side, you press forward on the right handlebar and it leans to the right. You press forward on the left handlebar and it leans to the left. See? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, it's... And that's how you get to all your turning. You just push it a little bit and it leans. See, just like this. I'm leaning on the left handlebar forward and it leans to the left hand side. There's also your downshifting. When you downshift, and when you downshift a gear, you want to try to throttle or rev match your downshift, which I'll show you here in just a second. It's easier on your transmission when you do something like that. It's easier on your motor as well, because if you downshift and have it rev matched, your RPMs jump real fast, and that's bad for your motor. See, just flip the throttle real quick and let the clutch out semi-quickly, and it'll match. And like I said, that's good for your transmission, that's good for your motor. Exhaust. See? Just clutch in, flip the throttle, let the clutch loose. Clutchless shifting, hand off the shifter, flip the throttle, flip the clutch or the lever out. Like I said, riding a motorcycle is not hard. It's nice to be able to get out in the wind. Most of the time you're by yourself, it's relaxing. It's just enjoyable. But there's a stigma with riding a motorcycle. Everybody says it's not if, it's when. I don't like that saying. If you're gonna be out on a motorcycle, you have to be the one to pay attention. Because people on four wheels, unless they ride a motorcycle, they don't look for you. You're a smaller vehicle. But if you're the one on two wheels, you're harder to see. There's no two ways about that. You have to be the one to be paying attention at all times. You see me all the time moving my head around, paying attention to the people that are around me, paying attention to the people that are coming towards me, paying attention to the people that are behind me. Even people that are coming up behind you don't see you, they don't pay attention. And it's worse when you come to a stop like this. There's no one behind me right now, but being on a motorcycle, you don't have all the distractions that you do when you're in a car. There's no radio on this. There is literally just my speedo, my controls, and the road. Ride your ride, especially if you're in a group of riders. Ride your ride, pay attention to what's around you, and obey the law for the most part, and you'll survive. it's all about looking what's around you. But I don't like this stigma of it's when. Not every motorcycle has been in an accident. And if you just pay attention the way you're supposed to, watch what you're doing, watch the people around you, stay in your limits, don't push yourself too hard, you're not gonna wreck. I mean, there are the you know, being at a stop sign and somebody pulls up behind you and hasn't seen you and they hit you. That happens all the time. And that's something you really can't control. Or going through a stoplight and somebody runs a stoplight and hits you that way. Or, you know, you've seen the videos on YouTube where the old lady backs up over the dude on his motorcycle. Those are things you can't control at all. You have no control over that. But when you're just simply going down the road, you're riding your motorcycle, you're riding your ride, you're paying attention, watching your mirrors, looking over your shoulder, especially when you're on the highway. Motorcycles have blind spots just like cars do. Pay attention, always do a shoulder check, always look behind you. Don't rely on just your mirrors, just like a car. You won't have the problems that people think motorcycles have. It's not dangerous to be on this if you know what you're doing. But I'll say this, guys, if you want to ride a motorcycle, get out there and ride. I'm not saying that everybody should be on a motorcycle. There are some people that will never get the concept and never be able to do it, and that's fine. Don't go off and tell people that are riding, well, my buddy wrecked his motorcycle because this happened, and every time you get out, it's like people are trying to hit you. Don't give us that. We don't need that. We don't need the stigma of everybody wants to hit you, nobody sees you. We already know that. We get on our motorcycles and risk our life every day because people don't pay attention. And that's something we deal with every day. And we handle it like we're supposed to handle it. But if you do want to learn, especially in the States, go take a class. There are classes at almost every motorcycle dealership. I'm sure that your city does a motorcycle safety course. You know, get in an empty parking lot where there's no cars to hit you. Learn how to do your slow turns. Just get out there and ride. It's a blast. It's fun. Just remember, safety first. Pay attention to the people around you. Alright guys, if you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you would, smash that subscribe button, hit the little notification bell, and get all the notifications for my new videos. And come on back and see me in the next one.